Today, I want to try something that we've never done before on the channel. Today, I want to talk through what I would buy. You see, a lot of people come to me as I don't say a Timex expert, but I'm definitely more of a guru of sorts. You see, in my collection of over 170, almost 180 watches now, 99% of them are Timex. So I know a thing or two about what are the best watches, how they feel, and what is actually a great deal for your money. So today, as you can see if you look right here, I've hopped into the computer screen, but if you actually want to see behind the scenes, I'm actually sitting behind a green screen. So I'm going to take you on a ride. Let's look through some of the watches that I would purchase, and let's see if there's anything that you're looking for in this holiday buy. And also, this is live. So as you hop on, if you're interested, leave some comments down below so I know what watches you would be interested in as well. So let's hop back to the main screen and let's get into it. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so the first one up that I see, actually, just to make sure my stream is on here, is this new version of the Expedition. And I'm super interested in this one because the case design is definitely something that I haven't seen before, or not with the Expedition series. They're going with more of this cushion case, and it seems like Timex is starting to lean in that even more, because when you look at the new GMT, which is absolutely incredible, it also has this like cushion style case to it. Now, this is one that I actually own in my personal collection. I'm sorry, let me make sure my stream is here. Oh, I realize now, you guys aren't actually seeing the screen. That should do it. So now you should be seeing what I'm seeing. Sorry about that mistake early on. And so let's start off with the watch that I was talking about beforehand. And so, hey, Tim, good to see you, brother. If you watch the beginning of the video, you'll see that I had some technical difficulties with my green screen. But what we're doing today, we're just going to take a look at some of the watches that I would buy with the holiday sale coming out soon. So first you got this James brand GMT. So I actually own the first one that came out. This watch is incredibly comfortable on wrist. Now this one that you see on screen here, boom, this is the steel variant. I have the titanium. So I'm sure that this will be a little bit heavier of a wear, but it is still going to be an incredible watch. Great GMT movement. The bracelet is excellent on this piece. And then this one also comes with, what I've noticed with James Brand, they like to come out with these, I won't say canvas, but more like nylon straps. Super comfortable. You get both of them, which is a nice feel. I also think it's great if you're going to purchase anything over $500 and has multiple strap options. It is nice when they give you both of the strap options that are available. So this is a great piece to consider. But another watch that I was just talking about is going to be this one. So things that I like about this watch, I like the unique case design that it has. It's not every day that you see a more cushion style field watch. I like that it's an automatic movement. I prefer day complications. I know everyone doesn't like them because of the dial isn't as smooth. It seems like you're going to get a good strap. So this strap looks very similar to the same alternate strap that comes with the James brand collab. Let's see, let's take another look at this. You can get that classic Expedition case back so you can see the movement. It doesn't look like there's anything too special with the finishing. Does it talk through any of a quick release strap, which I don't understand why straps are not quick release these days. Let me see. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a great all around go-to field watch, something to consider. What's the price coming in at this one? I think it's like $250. 39 millimeter is also a nice size for you. So 39, $299. Now, when you sign up for Timex, you should be able to get that 15% off discount, which makes it a little bit cheaper of a purchase. We also got the Falcon Eye. Ooh, I didn't see this one come out. I actually have a variation of this watch. And Tim, as we go through this, you're a part of the live fam. If there's any specific watches, any type of watches you're looking for, let me know. But I'm just kind of looking through what are the watches that I would purchase. So I own the I own the silver variant of this watch, and I absolutely love it. So mine is a GMT, which is going to be right here, versus this one is going to be the day-date complication. That like almost Tiffany blue looks good. Can I zoom in on this a little bit? Yeah, let's take a look. One of the things that I like about this, and it's kind of hard to capture in this photo, is it actually has like texture. There we go. It has a lot of texture on the dial, which I think just adds a little bit more to it, especially at this price point. Not a lot of watches have this. And I really like that Timex is embracing their own unique style. So with the Q line, this is distinctly Timex. It's not homaging any other type of watch. And that's just something that I genuinely enjoy from a watch brand when they do their own thing. Let me see if there's any other pictures. Now with the bracelet, one of the things I find a little bit frustrating with this watch is you can't buy the strap separately because there is a strap option. I think with this ice blue dial, the bracelet does look a little bit better. What is the name that they're going to give this bracelet? Let's take a step back and see what they got for the name of this bracelet. Are they calling it something special? I zoomed in too close, or did I zoom in not close enough? Man, their website's been weird. Also, is it because I zoomed in? Let me zoom. As you can tell, I'm not as good with technology as I should be. All right. It doesn't tell you the name. Blue shows you on different wrist sizes. I think this is a cool feature too. I got like a 6-inch wrist. Let's see. It doesn't tell you the color, does it? Huh. No, I think this is a good looking watch. Mineral crystal, that's a little annoying. 50-meter water resistance, not the best, but I don't think I'm taking that watch diving. So not a major issue for me, but I'll leave that to you guys. What else they got going on? This is an incredible watch, but I wish it was just a little bit smaller. I have a couple of the earlier Pan Ams, but they do have some really cool little features. They typically hide a plane on the dial, so in this one you see the plane is hidden at the 12 o'clock. They also have like the Pan Am logo, little plane on the what do you call it, the strap. The subtle blue on the inside, which really is only for the owner because no one else will see it, but it's just a cool. I also collect the boxes for Timex, so I actually have probably 100 boxes, but it's cool whenever they have the different variations. If this one's like the other one, the inside is also different too, which is just something nice that I like to add on to it. I'm getting some, getting text messages from my wife. Kids are currently at dance practice, so making sure they didn't forget anything. Let me see what else they got going on. Is this actually back in stock? Cause I've actually, ooh. Hey, listen, hey, if anybody's looking to buy me something for my birthday, for Christmas, for the holidays, this is one of the watches that I was looking at. Big fan of the Expedition GMT like we talked about earlier. This one's a little bit more affordable. It gives me that Tudor Black Bay Pro look, but I think that the case design is, obviously it's unique in itself, but yeah, I think it's a good looking watch. I also think it was, not Watching James, Watch Chris. I think he actually bought this watch, but put it on the bracelet from the James brand collab. And I think that really looked cool. But yeah, it's a good looking watch. I have the same strap, I really like it. And I also like titanium watches in general because I just prefer watches that are lightweight. But I'm always interested in what other people have to think about that. Let me see what else we got. Now, when we're looking at the 39 millimeter, this new version of the Expedition, I think that I prefer the black. But I can see how some people would prefer the silver. It also looks like the silver has like a hint of green in the dial. It's unique. I think I prefer the black because I like that like more subtle look to it. But, you know, Tim, anybody in the chat, what do you think? Are you more of the silver fan or would you go with the black variation? And I wonder if they're going to have the black variation. Yeah, so you going with this one right here or would you go with the silver? Now, the true OG in the Expedition series, and I have this one. This is the one I've probably talked about, probably top 5 most talked about watches. is this Expedition. This watch is my go-to. It's the one I use when I jump out of planes. It's the one that was given to me as a gift. It's an incredible watch. Is it perfect? No. But is it everything that you need for the price? Absolutely. And it seems like the price is actually stepping up a little bit. When I bought mine, I think it was closer to the $280, $290 price range, and now we're looking at closer to $400. Is it worth $400? I think so. Obviously, if you can get it on sale, that's going to be much better. And this is one that doesn't come up used very often because I think the people who get it realize how great it is. You're getting a sapphire crystal, titanium case, automatic movement. It's really everything that you would want from a field watch. As it talks about, Expedition is titanium tough. Screw down crown, 200 meters of water resistance as well. Like, that is the clutch for a field watch. And like Tim said, he agrees that titanium looks best. And I think he's referring to the other one. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this watch. If I were to rank the top 5, if I go top 10, 100%, this is in the top 10 Timex watches they produced in the last probably 5 years. I don't know if it's my number one, but it's definitely one that can be considered for number one, and it's also very dependent on what your lifestyle is. And by the way, I see we got 4 people in the chat. If you hear, make sure to give a like, make sure you give a heart. I don't know exactly what it does to the YouTube algorithm, but it's supposed to do something. So, I want to make sure my YouTube overlords are happy. Let's see what else we got. Can I scroll sideways? Okay, we got the different field watches. Hey, you can tell, I don't know if it's tariffs, I don't know if it's inflation, but prices are definitely going up because this you used to be able to get for like $60, $70. You can still catch these in the US at Walmart for cheap, but this is a good watch, but it is getting closer to that $100 range, which, it's pushing it. I think you could buy these for used for much cheaper. I saw we got a comment in the chat, just a titanium bracelet. They have. And let me see, you probably can't find it, but I will type it in here so you can see Timex James brand GMT tie. Let me see if you can find the OG. Okay. So this is still the steel version. The old one sold out so quick that I don't even think that you'll be able to find it. And on eBay, they're going to charge you something stupid for it. So they came out the blue version. Here we go. This is the version that has the titanium bracelet with it. Right here. Now, if you want to hear a funny story, how I got mine. I was on my way overseas to the Middle East, and I knew this watch was going to drop because obviously I signed up for all the Timex drops, and I knew it was going to be their first automatic GMT. And as a collector of the brand, it is important to have some of those first, whether it be the first automatic watch or the first collab of a different one. It's cool to have that as a part of your collection. For me personally, because I enjoy the history and the story of it. So on my way overseas, the drop was while I was in the flight. So I had to purchase this Qatari airframe Wi-Fi, bought it as soon as I could, and then by the time I got back from the short deployment trip, the watch was waiting for me, and it was amazing. Now, another interesting thing about the unboxing of that watch was I actually filmed the video of unboxing it, but like the sound quality wasn't the greatest, and there was like some other issues, so I actually never published it. I've thought about just dropping it just to see if anyone's interested in just kind of seeing it at the time, but I don't know. So Tim, you have the choice, man. If you want to see the raw footage of me unboxing that watch, things and all, let me know. I'll send it to you. But other than that, but yeah, this is the titanium variant, titanium bracelet variant. Then I think there was another titanium bracelet, and that was for see if they show it on the website. The S2 had a titanium bracelet. Here we go. This was another watch from Timex that went out and had a titanium bracelet, and it is gorgeous. and you can actually see a lot of the design language that went on to the Atelier with I'm losing my words, but the Atelier Marine M1A, which I have on wrist right now, actually has the same similar case design. Also, look in the comments, am I on Watch Crunch? So I have a Watch Crunch account, but I haven't really got on it. You know, once Max left, I didn't really I don't know, felt like that was kind of weird there. And then trying to manage Instagram, my family, my master's program, I haven't got on it as much. Would you recommend it? Like, is it worth me giving it a second try and digging back into it? You know, and Tim, since it's just you and me, man, if you got any other questions, you know, I'm a man of the people. I'm also interested in how do you like this setup? Because it took me a second to experiment with trying to get the chroma key working. I feel like my edges are like kind of like weird, but you know, it's something new. It's always about experimentation and growth in the channel. Let me see what else we got here. But yeah, the Galley S2 is an absolutely just an incredible watch. I really, really wish I could get the titanium version. I have the original S2, the black version, but it's a cool watch. And I've actually been able to speak to Giorgio Galli, who is a super cool guy. So, you know, if that's worth anything, knowing that people are actually good people, that's cool. But so Tim, you like the format? Then bro, we gonna keep it moving. Let me see what other watches that I think are interesting in the Timex lineup. And Tim, if you got any other watches that you want to bring up to the people, let me know. Because I'm always we just vibing. You know what I mean? We out here chilling. So let's see what else we got on the new arrival front. I love the Snoopy watches. I actually have a video coming out that actually explains the history of Snoopy and why he's on watches. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check it out. Okay, cool. It's also interesting to see how people are watching. So if on the phone, it doesn't look too bad, I'm cool with that. If you go back on your computer, you might have a little different issues, but you know, we're cool with that. So these are a couple of the digis that Timex came out with, and I think a couple of them are interesting. This one, they call it the dime piece. It's actually like super small. It's like a dainty digi watch. I've thought about getting this for my wife to see if I can get her back into the watch game. We'll see. I've gotten her watches before, but she hasn't quite fallen in love with them the way that I have. Clearly, you know, I run a watch YouTube channel. But I think this is a cool way to get people into the hobby. And I don't, while it's shown on a woman's wrist, I think men can wear it too. The double wristing is a bold strategy, but I'm willing to give anything a try once. Not anything. I'll give most things a try once. We'll go with that much. Let me see what else. This also, sorry, I hit the back on it a couple times. Wait for it, wait for it. You'll also see that new Huckberry flicks. So interestingly enough, I actually just finished reviewing the notes from my editor for this watch. So I will have a full review talking through the history of the Flick series coming soon. I think I scheduled it to come out in December, but I'll more than likely move it closer to November just so that I can let's get it out to you guys. Because I think it's a really well done video, one of my better ones. There's actually a really cool story about me jumping out of a plane. It actually shows some footage of what that looks like. So yeah, Digi Wonder jewelry watches looks good. I think similar to the yes. Now when we talk about the jewelry watches, I like this style of jewelry watch more than I like the ring watches. I mean they're a cool concept, but like I'm not a person who wears a ring. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, it goes back to my 2 rules of watches. Buy watches that tell time, buy watches that make you happy. If you ever have to go with the rules, go with number 2. So, hey, if it makes people happy, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? You like it, I love it, as my grandma would say. We talked about the Q Continental. We got the Q Falcon Eye. Falcon Eye Chrono looks good. They also dropped a new Waterbury Heritage, and I would consider this one. So, actually, I was rocking my Waterbury Heritage. Oh, is this the same one as mine? Yes, it is. So 39 millimeter fits great on the wrist. I prefer watches at that 39 millimeter range. I have this variation on bracelet, and it has that bracelet that has the quick release, so it's super easy to adjust. Um, so, but they're also dropping more colors. So I have the white, the black and red. Okay, let me see what the other variations. The blue with the yellow tip. And what's the last one? I think it's a green one, right? I think my favorite is, I might go green because I think that would look really good on a brown leather or a black leather strap. I would then go with a red and black, the almost like a panda variation, because I think that would be really cool with a bunch of different straps. I think some rubber straps would also look good on that one. Tim, let me know what you're thinking too. Then I'm gonna go blue, almost teal, and then you can't beat a classic though. I think for me, if it was to a one watch type thing, obviously you go with the white because it's just so versatile. But when you got as many watches as I do, I like things with a little pop, so it can really add to the outfit. So I think I would go a little bit with the bolder colors. And I think if I hit back, it's just gonna make me go through everything I clicked on, isn't it? Sure is. I gotta get a different technique of that. You know what I mean? And if I hit watches, it won't just take me back. All right. Well, we're already here now. All right. Let's see. A watch that I really want to review and see a lot more of is some of these deep waters. Now that I have the Marine M1, I have no reason to purchase them. Particularly, I think I would like a 38 millimeter. 44, I think, is a little bit too much. I would like to see what that NBR strap is like. But let me see. I like this style of dial. And I didn't think about it until now, but it actually kind of looks like an Omega. Like with the waves, the Seamaster. I don't know what took me so long to kind of get that, but, and then let me see the other colorway they got. I think I like the darker blue than the lighter blue. I don't know. They're both pretty good looking to me. But yeah, that 38, to me, that is the perfect length. And see, hold up. So you sent me a okay, I need to get back on there. I'm wondering, and for those who aren't reading it live, so on my website, you have the ability to submit stories. And what I would like to do is get to a position where I can like highlight the stories either through videos or through Instagram posts or something like that. So if you sent me one, you shouldn't have to send it again. That might mean that I'm not checking them properly, which makes me wonder how many other stories are on there that I just haven't seen. Yeah, you're bringing up some good points. I'm gonna have to check this out. I'm not gonna pull up my email now, but that is interesting. Tim, I'm gonna have to check that out. Also, just some interesting things. We're talking about emails. A couple brands have reached out, so we might be doing some new things here. So might be doing some giveaways. Might be having a couple new watches come to the channel. So yeah, things are looking good. And one way, if you guys ever want, you can always go to your favorite channels and comment on them and be like, yo, let Wrist Unwound check it out. Or let me know. I can contact them as well to kind of see what future reviews we can bring in the channel. But I see we got a couple people in here. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you're in here. And let's see what else is going on. This is an interesting one from Timex because to me, it's giving Cartier. It is a much smaller design, obviously designed for more of a daintier wrist. And it's crazy because the gold is already sold out. What is this one? The two-tone is sold out. And now it's just the lonely silver. But I think this is a great looking watch. This is another one that I've considered trying to get for my watch to see if I can get her into the hobby. Look, I'm just trying to get her in there so then we can start buying some more 36 to 39s and kind of share them. But she's still in the smartwatch group, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's see what else we got going on in here. So we got that one. They got the It seems like they have really hit. I don't know. I don't believe there's men's and women's watches, but there are watches that are definitely geared towards smaller wrists and women, more dainty pieces. And I think that they're doing a great job at some of these. This is one. The colorway on this one is interesting, but yeah, it's cool to see Timex branching out. My favorite woman watch reviewer is probably Britt Pierce. So I'm always interested to see her take. She typically does more of the, gender neutral or male watches, but I think it's cool. Looking at the comments again, tank with a, yeah, the tank style. Now, honestly, if Timex were to make a larger size, everyone would just call it a Cartier ripoff, but I'd probably buy it because I'm pretty interested in the Santos, but I just don't want to play Santos money. Look, I'm always shocked when I see a Timex that I haven't seen before because, that's what I collect. I have not seen the gold and green Continental. It's already out of stock. That makes sense. And so is this one. So I may have to wait for the used market, but that's a good looking, that's kind of tight. Hey, let them cook. Let them cook with this one. Okay, I see you, Timex. Oh, man, that's a good looking watch. It reminds me of the Tissot PRX, I think it was the Dame Dollar edition, where they had it in the gold, but the green? Okay. Hey, Timex, if you watch this, my mailbox is open. If you want to send me something. This is a cool one. This is actually a reissue of a Pride watch, and it sold out quick. If you're part of the Timex fan club, you'll know Paul, who's one of the admins on it. He has this watch, super cool. Okay, let me. Q Timex Chrono with the blue bezel and the tricolor dial. A little Zenith El Primero with the Timex Q built into it. That's nice. That's nice. This is something I put on my list. I put this on my list. So, babe, if you're watching this back, I consider. Ooh, I like the car they use for that. Damn, that's pretty good though. I would take this though, and I would put it on a Strap Habit TQ18 bracelet because I just like the bracelets more. But okay. All right, I see you. I see you. What else we got? This is cool because so, all right, Tim, you in the chat. I got to see. You going with the white dial with the tricolor bezels, or you going with the blue dial with the tricolor bezels? What you feeling between the two? I'm gonna go white dial, but I'll get a blue dial chance. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it looks good. You know what they need? They need a pink dial. If we going colorful, let's go ahead and throw the pink in there, or a champagne. I actually really like this Digi though. It's just like a cool throwback, simple, back to yonder. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I just like weird things, The Trailblazer, what? 1975 Trailblazer reimagined for today. The Q Timex 1975 SSQ digital reissue is a 70s LCD Trailblazer. I like that. I think it's cool. White dial El Primero. Okay, it's cool. So we in agreement with the white dial El Primero. Cool. All right. Hey Tim, what you want me to look at, my guy? You on here? Should I check out more Timex? You know what? Let's see what's going on at Seiko. I just want to see what they working with. Ooh, what is this? Yeah. Ooh, I like this. I haven't checked out this brand before. Ooh, okay. I like that dial. Let's see what the offers are. Black Friday sale. Offer valid while stocks last. This is super cool. All right. What y'all know about this company? I've never heard of Yema, but I would love to try it. This actually reminds me of the not the boxing. I built it. DIY Watch Club. One of their divers actually looks very similar to this diver. So I'd be interested to see. Obviously, I would imagine this is a higher quality at $491, but you never know. You never know. Let's see their collections. So they got the Superman, Navy Graph, Fly Graph, Rally Graph. I'm gonna start with Superman. So Rocks, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Let's see what they got going on. Okay, so this bezel is actually very similar to the Marine M1A that I am currently rocking on wrist. Let me see if you guys can see this too. Give me a second, guys. I'm bringing over the camera here. I have my secondary camera. See, can you see it? Nope. Is it not working? Oh, it's because I would have to change my whole view. But this watch right here has the same bezel, actually. So that's pretty interesting. A Superman Tourbillon. How much are we looking at? Okay, 13,000. Okay, I mean, you know what I mean? I'm more of an affordable watch guy, but this is nice. So this isn't some like micro brand. They're hitting. Ooh, the red dot. I love just like a red dot on the seconds hand. Something that I genuinely enjoy. What's it? You said the Chrysler style coffin band? Yeah, that's dope. Okay, they got the white, the gilded dial. Okay, what we filling in the chat? Okay, so are they French? I don't know. Do they have about? Look, usually there's a brand that has an about us. So let's learn about them together. Independent watchmaking since 1948, older than me. Yes, you are correct. So French brand located in that place. Let me zoom in a little bit. Oh, not that much. Dude, technology shouldn't be this hard. Let's go 175%. Seems fair to you guys? All right, cool. Watchmaker workshops, 1948. Let's see. Okay, got the old factory going on. Okay, he looks like a French Walt Disney. Henry Louis Belmont. Traditional watchmaker. Okay, specialized in design, ultra capable tool watches. All right, interesting. Oh, there he is right there. The factory, the old way. I know it's not AI. Well, I guess it could be AI because anything could be AI these days. But I think it's interesting how everybody has the same hair. It also seems like it's entirely women in the factory. Interesting. Okay, one of the early pioneers in waterproof tool watches. Okay, what else we got going on? I need to learn more about them because so one of the video ideas that I had was talking about some of the best brands from each country. I hadn't even considered France as much as a company that I would like a country that I was going to put in the video, but this could be a brand that I dive into a little bit more. And so the Yachtigraph. Fun fact, I actually took French in college. I forgot all of it. I had a girlfriend at the time who was French, and so I was like, cool, I'll do that. I also considered maybe doing, special operations in Africa where French would be a useful language. I ended up doing special operations a different way, but not there. So, let me see. I like that jacket, but it's looking clean. Okay, this is where the rally watches come in. They won the greatest racing driver. Wow. So this brand has some really cool history. I did not know that Baltic was French. Okay, the French make good dive watches. Okay, and ironically enough, right when I say that, the dive watches appear. So there's a lot more French brands that I need to give a little bit more credit to and more respect to. Also, I appreciate you guys in the chat. Y'all teaching me. In case you're also wondering, I've always found it interesting to be able to see like the behind the scenes. I don't know if it's you. I just love behind the scenes content. And so a little behind the scenes for you guys. For one, I'm obviously working with a green screen, but also, like it's 3, you can see I actually use like an iPad so that I can keep track of the chat. And then I have my screen here that has like my teleprompter stuff. I can't actually see the screen on it because it's just too small, but now you can see behind the screens of how it works. Magic. I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys appreciate BTS content? Because I've thought about like maybe even just like having some shorts or some pictures and stuff just to kind of see. Because I've always found it super cool. I actually recently watched Teddy Bulbasaur. If you sign up for his website, he shows you behind the scenes. The interesting thing is the wall that's behind him in his videos is actually completely fake. It's like a wooden prop, and he built it inside of a bedroom in his house so that he can still record. Also, interestingly, a lot of the time he recorded barefoot. So I thought that was unique. Le Timex, also French? No, but interesting. Timex actually did have a French division, and it was called Carille. C-A-R-I-L-L-E. I think that was the name of it. And it's interesting, back in the time, you can actually find basically the same designs in the 70s and 80s of Timex watches and this brand's watches. I'm forgetting the thing. But yeah, that's another cool thing. Atelier, which is the brand of the new Timexes, is actually, what is it, French for like an artisan's workshop? Yeah, more you know. Don't know if it's useful, but it's cool. Also, in addition to the BTS, me and Tim had this conversation earlier. Team, do you guys like this setup? How is this working for you guys? The green screen, the stuff on screen here. Oh, I guess you can't see my hand. I just point like that. Is this a cool way to do the video so we can kind of search, do things together? Caravel, I think that's the one I was looking for. Rocks, appreciate you. But yeah, let me know. Does this setup work for you guys? You know, I think it's cool, but I can always change things as well. There is like a slight green glow to me that I wonder if I turned off the top light, would it fix it? All right, guys, you're gonna see something. I have shoes and pants on. I just want to see if it changes anything. Okay, let me see. Does that get rid of some of my glow? I don't know. We won't know for a few moments, but let me see. The glow is still there, kind of. I don't know. Did that make a difference for you guys? Anyway, let's keep looking at the Yamaha watches and see. So they had their first military issued watches. The aviation chronograph, released in 1970s. For several wars, same year. Superman shows him by the French Air Force to equip his. Oh, man. Okay, that's a big deal. They got watches and. Dude, I got to learn a lot more about this brand. I am. Gordon, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for stopping in. Have a great night. And yeah, thanks for being a part of the Watchback crew and just kind of seeing. You'll see me mess up in the beginning because I thought my green screen was on. So that'll be a fun blooper. But good night, man. Thanks for being a part of the chat. Let me see. 1986. Yamaha Rich and Millie aim for the North Pole. Design titanium tool watch capable. Watch called the Yamaha North Pole Company Doctor Explorer. Wow. This brand has absolutely incredible history. It shows that like no matter how many watches you collect, there's still so much to learn. Wow. All right. So Seiko became the majority owner. The Spassionaut. Wow. Okay. So Embry France. So is it French now? Okay. Owned watchmaking group based in. Okay. Takes over in 2009. Okay. $3 million investment. Wow, that's incredible. Wow. Yeah, this is a lot more than I expected, and I really want to learn more about them. Huh. So let's go back and let's take a look at their collections again, now that I have a greater appreciation for some of the history. Man, uh, I've never heard of those companies either. All right, let's look, man. Y'all educating me tonight. Yeah, educating me now. I'm gonna have to look closely because I can't spell too good. D-A. Where'd it go? See, I messed up on the second letter. Tell I went to public school. Depencel. Okay, let's take a look. First of all, great intro right here. You know what I mean? I guess I'll give them the cookies. New limited edition. I like this. I'm assuming it's a chronograph. Oh, okay. So they do a lot of different colors with their watches. They really add a lot. This actually reminds me of, have you guys seen the Tariffs watch? I thought that was a pretty funny, like the 39, but they put the 9 and 3, switched them. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I thought that was a pretty cool watch. But okay, I think of the 4 options, I would go blue or cream. Let me see. Let me take another closer look at this. Okay, they got some cool features on this. Okay. And the price isn't crazy. Now, mind you, I mean, my watches are typically a little cheaper. I am a Timex collector, but it seems reasonable for what you're getting. Let me check out their driver watch. It's 2 time zone. Huh. So also date window 6 o'clock. Proof solution, in my opinion. I think date window should be at the 6 o'clock. This dial is beautiful in its symmetry. Well done. Let me see the loom. Okay. I mean, it gets the job done. Look, I ain't joining your community yet. You know what I mean? You ain't bought me over. Exhibition case back. Always a fan. Cool little carrying case. Okay, I see you. Let me learn about us. Let me see what y'all got working on here. Okay. I feel weird being a watch collector who doesn't watch Formula One. I feel like all the other watch channels, they're always talking about Formula One stuff, and I always feel a little left out. Yeah. Okay, another French company. Well, in our last 5 to 10 minutes, guys, is there anything else that I need to look at? Okay, we can look at more watches, or y'all can help me out. We got 9 people in the chat right now. I'm trying to figure out how to best do live streams, because live is where I think I struggle the most, because it's just so off scripted. In the beginning, I'm just like talking to myself. I usually have some kind of tech issue because I suck at tech. Don't let the cool studio fool you. I am technologically illiterate. I work really hard at it, but not very good at it. But yeah, what kind of live streams do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see more Q&A? Do you want to see more interviews? Do you want to see more just watching, talking, whatever this is? I am good with whatever. Last time I had a live stream, we actually went, it was deep into the night. We had a prayer partway through. We started opening up, talking about life. So I've noticed that live streams can really just go anywhere. But one of the other things too I've noticed, the live stream is also like a much better way to kind of communicate with you guys, which is why I love it. My perfectionist in me wants, the thumbnail and the hook and all those things set up, but like this is kind of nice to just connect with the people. So, what we got to say? See, let it flow, relax. Okay, I appreciate that. I have a theory that the owner of Fears watches is what Teddy Borsor would be. He was born in England. I can see that. I could definitely see that. Bro, Rocks, I don't know if I'm gonna get big. It would be cool if I became a big YouTuber, but I don't know. I think my production quality is good. I think my storytelling is probably about average. I'm getting better the more I do it. I think the style of review that I do is the best type of review because I try to make reviews the way that I would want them. And I would want reviews that you could quickly see everything that's gonna go on, really fragmented, you can jump around. So that's, you know, there's things that I'm still growing in. And so maybe one day, my goal is to make YouTube videos for at least 10 years. That was the goal when I started. I was like, hey, look, I wanna do something for 10 years and then just see what happens. Now, you know, Teddy, 9 years later, he owns his own store. So we'll see. And thank you guys. 4K actually was a huge deal. So my wife's gift to me for 4K subscribers, it's actually not over here. I got a new lens. So I'm gonna try to get back into Instagram and start posting a little bit more. One of the things that I want to do is get back into posting more regularly on Instagram. I was doing my tour de Timex for a while, and then I kind of paused with everything going on with life in school. And so, yeah, I'm planning on getting back into that. A couple other things behind the scenes, you know, with the people in the chat. Right now, I have 2 Instagram pages, Timex Tales and Wrist Unwound. I'm looking to actually I won't say flip them, but I want the Timex Tales is going to turn into Wrist Unwound so that my Instagram, my YouTube, my website, they're all the same name. And because I want to start talking about more than just Timex. So that is going to be a change that'll be coming in the future. With that, I'm working on a new logo. Not that it matters that much, but in the bottom of the screen, there's usually a little logo. So I'm looking for something in that one. So I'm working on that one. What else we doing? Instagram about to be popping. Videos. I'm trying really, really hard to get to 2 long form, 2 shorts per week every week. So far, you've noticed that I've actually been able to do that, but we're gonna keep working towards that. And eventually, I would actually like to get to a 3rd video. So it'll alternate either 3 shorts one week, 3 lives one week. What I actually recorded today was 2 different reaction videos. And so you'll see on the post tab, I've also tried to up my post games. It seems that people really like the polls and the trivia. So I'm gonna keep doing the trivia from there, and then the polls as well. But basically, going back to what I was talking about earlier, I took some of the comments and created like a reaction video and talking through what you guys said and then my own views to it as well. So we'll put those videos out. We'll kind of get some feedback, see how people like it, and if so, I'll continue to do like the weekly post, do some reactions, and from there. And yeah, you talk about micro brands. Yeah, there's so many micro brands out there. I'm trying to get to a position to where I can like work with more brands. I think the issue is on Instagram, I'm still a little smaller because I think I'm at like 2,800 followers on Instagram. But I think on YouTube, I'm doing a lot better. So I can't give you the names of the brands that I'm working on right now, but I do have a couple brands that have reached out that I've reached out to as well that I'm hoping to kind of get that flowing a little bit more. And then micro brands in particularly, like I really want to work with Brew. I think I'm too small of a creator right now, but Brew has some really cool watches. But yeah, so if there's micro brands that you guys like, please let me know. Also, if you're on that micro brand, like send them a message and be like, hey, like I know this creator, send the watches, you know, that's always helpful. Get with Jason Design Atelier. The algo likes it when you do the thing. They all. Yeah, I've live is the only time that I've actually stepped over that limit. Actually, pause. Actually, there's a different one. It'll probably come out in the next couple weeks. I actually got interviewed, and that video is probably 30-ish, 40 minutes. So I'm really interested to see how that goes. The interviewer is my best friend in the world. My daughter's named after him. His name's Riley. It's not like I named my daughter Jonathan or something. But yeah, so I'm super interested to see how that one turns out. Interested to see what you guys think. It's more revealing. It's not only about watches, but we start talking about life as well. So super interested to see how that one takes. So team, I've loved this. I love you guys. I love being able to spend time with the watch fam. But yeah, before I hang up the dial, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? We got 6 people in the chat. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. It truly does mean the world to me. It really does help. I am constantly trying to grow and learn to make better videos. You know what, man? You know what? I'm going to show you guys something. Because honestly, anyone who makes it to this point in the live stream or makes it to this point in the rewatch, they a real one. So let me show you. So one of the things, going behind the scenes again, I actually have a small team that helps me manage all my videos and what we're working on. And so you guys get to see, this is actually what we got coming up on the pipeline. So couple videos that you may not have seen that are coming out soon. Watch reviews ruining the hobby. I think this is going to be a super interesting video, and where I kind of dive into why I think that watch reviews actually can be negative, which is ironic because I am a watch YouTuber. Sorry, getting some text messages here. Do watches still matter? Kind of more philosophical approach. Got a video talking about Timex moving upstream. I think this video comes out soon. I need to check the date on that one. That one should be coming out, I think, this weekend. So what else we got? Got a lot of shorts videos coming out. I think there's like 7 of them. They got scheduled coming out. They kind of get pickled in there. Recently did a collab video. So make sure you check that one out. What we got going on. The best watches you're not supposed to like. I like this video. I think it's a cool video. I don't know if the YouTube algorithm will like it, but you know, it is what it is. Iron Man flicks, that one just got finished today. I just got to make the thumbnail and we'll get that one scheduled. What else we got? The Waterbury chronograph. This is the 41mm one. I just needed to fix some of the B-roll in that one, so that'll be coming out. And then you can also see I got my interview coming, as well as the video about Snoopy. So, yeah. Oh, also talking about the Teddy B, bro, I watched his Atelier video. I gotta say, I think I did a decent job. When you watch his and you look at mine, I mean, his B-roll and his production quality is obviously like, you know, it's next level. I'm just a dude sitting in a basement with a fake green screen behind me, so it's hard to compete with that at times. But, you know, for what I got, I think I did pretty decent. We had a lot of the same conclusions as well, which made me think that my brain is working pretty good. Got a good brain. But yeah, his production quality is just so incredible. But I thought it was cool that he talked about it. I'm also interested to see, the YouTube side. Will people watching his video actually make my video more popular because now more people are exposed to it because obviously his audience is bigger? Let's see. You know, we'll see. Boom, 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 boom. But hey, all right, this is what I want to show y'all though, because this is where this is the secret. Also, Graves, appreciate you so much for coming in, and all of you guys who are here now, you guys are getting to see the behind the scenes look of how Wrist Unwound is running. So these are videos in the ready to film that I have not filmed yet, but I have scripts built out for them. So, people in the chat, what are y'all thinking? Like, what should I film next? You get to see it. So, why I don't do negative watch reviews, the one watch lie, watch snobs versus watch nerds, a couple reviews, the Q chronograph as well as the Expedition Field chrono. What is a luxury watch and why Rolex might not be one? This is a little controversial. I think this is a good video. I have a good reasoning behind it, but just so you can see that. Why you should or should not buy homage watches. The history of the Timex data link. Think that's a cool com video. Like, I think that's a lot of people don't know about that data link. This is actually a watch that was certified by Timex to go to space. One of the very first smartwatches when you think about it. How do you build a watch collection, and wearing versus collecting. 2 different types of collecting, addiction. So those are some of the videos that I'm thinking about filming up next. Just gotta figure out what that's gonna look like here. This is dangerous, because this is the full behind the scenes. The competition gonna see what we talking about. Let me see what else we got on here. Some videos that I'm still working on my scripts for. How to choose your first watch. That's really a hard kind of pick. How to buy a used watch. I actually talk about that a little bit in my reaction video. Some watch movement stuff, more like the education side of it. And then I got some other reviews. So, yeah. Oh, I think I might move this one up because this could be a good one. My honest opinion about buying luxury watches and why you shouldn't buy one. It'll be a doozy. Let me see. Hold it. Okay, we're good. But yes. Now I'll hop back out of that one so the people don't know. Okay, so how to build a watch collection. All right, hold on. Let me go back. Where was it at? Where did it go? How to choose your first watch. All right. Hey. Boom. Hey, we put it in there. And you know what? Let me go ahead and add it in there. Credit. Credit to. So when this video comes out, Rocks, you will get credit. I will give you a shout out on the boom, and then how to gift a watch to a collector. Oh, that's a good one. Let me add that to the idea pile. So just so you guys know, I actually have over 300 different watch ideas, but I have plenty of ideas, but I'm always interested in what you guys think. So it is always cool to just be a part of it. That's what I love about YouTube that I think is different from TV. Like your favorite show on TV, like you never actually have any impact on it. You just kind of get to be a passive watcher. But in YouTube, particularly at least with me, like you can talk to me. You can explain like your idea and we can work together. So Rocks, man, just understand that you are as part of the video as I am. You know what I mean? Like the community is what makes it big. Now the question, the one watch lie. Explain it without giving too much away. I'm assuming if y'all here, y'all gonna watch the video regardless, so I can give away a little bit. I think we see a lot of different videos from different collectors. Teddy has a video, Britt Pierce, just one more watch. Everybody has this idea of like a one watch collection, but the moment that you're into the collection, you're already in too deep because you realize there's so much beauty to collecting that it's hard to have just one watch. And no matter what parameters we come up with, to only own one watch is just counterintuitive to what watch collecting is. With that as well, now we're gonna get deep philosophical. I don't know if I'm gonna include this in the video, but I read this in a book and it made me think, and it talked about what is perfection. And the characters go back and forth, and one of the things he talks about, the sky. The sky is perfect, but it's also always changing. And so perfection is not something that is constant in a stable sense, but is a constant evolution. And I think with that being said is when we talk about a perfect watch collection, that one perfect watch, maybe you only have one watch at a time, but perfection changes as we change. Early on, you're into action sports, so maybe you need a dive watch because you're diving a lot. And as you get older, maybe you go into the field a little bit more, and now you're looking for something else. And so even if you try to only have one watch, as you change, what you need from your watch changes, because at the end of the day, they're still tools. In old age, you might need different legibility on the dial. And so the whole one watch lie kind of unpacks some of that philosophical concepts. So what do you guys think? And exactly, perfection is dynamic. So when brands have siblings, which do you choose? Rolex or Tudor? Timex or Timex Atelier? For me, it's about the story. I choose the one that connects to me mostly. Also, that's a question. How many watch brands have sister brands? I guess Swatch is a giant conglomerate. Rolex, Tudor, Seiko, Grand Seiko, Timex, and Atelier. What are some other ones? Toyota, Lexus. No, not a watch one. Um, Dang, Tim, you out here. Let me give you the snaps. Perfection is a bit like quantum entanglement. It breaks down when it's observed. That's deep. That's deep. I've just now been learning a little bit more about quantum theory, particularly looking at quantum computing in regards to AI and how that'll revolutionize warfare. Um, Man, hey, you got me, man. Hey, bro, that's so deep. I might have to marinate on that when I eat dinner tonight. Wow. Well, I've said goodbye 3 times, but I think this goodbye is actual. Um, God, yeah. Honestly, I need Trap. Me and Trap need to go live together. Yo, hit up Trap. Tell him me and him need to get back on the live stream together. We need to get into it. Like, yeah, we need to do that like yesterday. So, Glycine, is Glycine the sister brand for Invicta? I didn't know that. But team, I'm hungry. I don't know what time it is for you, but for me, it's dinner time. God bless all you guys. Just know that I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you. I'm appreciating you guys all the time. I love y'all for real, like from the bottom of my heart. If y'all ever need something, you ever want to talk about something, like let me know. I'm here for you. And guys, this has been fun. This has been good for the soul. I'm glad to share this with you guys. So until next time, I'm always open to ideas. God bless. And well, I wouldn't say God bless and peace, but then like I ain't gonna be able to end it the right way. So actually, hold on. Let me get my mouse ready. Let me get my mouse ready so I can hit you with the signature. God bless and peace. Should have went with